Namaskar. On behalf of Calcutta Performing Arts Foundation, I, Motushi, welcome you all to the 4th year of Chaudhary House Music Conference. Today, tomorrow, and the day after, our Boitok will be echoing with Gan, Bajna, Nritto, Anondo. The festivity is in the air, and we are gathered here to rejoice in our rich and vibrant tradition of classical music. Music in its varied forms and expressions. Music of multicultural India. Classical music is not a dying art, nor is classical dance. The classical tradition is a vibrant one. At our Boitok, the ageless melodies soar through the air as the young and the older clap to the same tal. Guru and Shishya, brother and sister, father and son, the performers and the audience, Aki Tale Badha. There is a refreshing intermingling of the different genres, generations, nationalities, and cultures at this all-embracing celebration of classical music. It builds networks, facilitates catharsis of all sorts, molds new talent, and connects the mentors with the mentees. It is not just celebration, but a devotional offering to Bidya Devi Ma Saraswati. May I now request Sri Aniruddha Chaudhary, an ardent devotee of classical music, for whom Chaudhary House Music Conference is a pujo. Please come on stage.
I welcome you all. Every time I come here to have this program, or I arrange this program, it gives me immense pleasure. It gives me so much of pleasure I cannot explain to you. Many people say, why are you doing this? I do this for my own pujo. Because it's not important that this is, firstly, classical music is not an entertainment. It is completely a spiritual experience. And it is so necessary for us to have this spiritual experience in this age of hatred. So much of hatred all around the world. So much of hatred. I think this is the only way, this is the only solution to spread love. By words, people have become fed up perhaps. Many people are saying so many things, but the love doesn't spread. But if you lose your identity listening to classical music, then it's the only thing which prevails is love, and that spreads. That's the main reason I do this. Because everyone needs love. Love is within us. It's just that we burden ourselves with a lot of hatred unnecessarily. Love is always present because the Lord is inside us and He's love. So it's just that we want to get rid of this garbage. And the garbage, in our Hindu philosophy or Sanatan philosophy, I won't use the word Hindu because it's for everybody. Everybody is included. All religion, caste, creed, humanity. Everybody is related. Everybody is united. Everybody is included. And in them, the sages have prescribed the Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra means, give me good thinking. Give me proper thinking. And you'll be amazed that the frequency of vibration of Gayatri Mantra is the same as in the Pyramid of Giza, where absolute silence prevails. And unless there is silence, unless there is this particular experience of silence, garbage from your mind don't go away. It keeps on coming to your head, and then you are out of love, out of hatred. But I mean, you are in hatred. So, and you're much far away from the self, which is the Atma. And the Atma is love. You see, that's very important for us and the young generation to understand why this is so important. Because unless you can think, unless your mind is clear and silent and, out of garbage, you cannot think proper. It's very important. So in order to proceed in the in order for you to achieve a higher, in whatever, spiritual or intellectual or, maybe mental level, you have to have a good mind. And this good mind can only come when your garbage in the mind is out and you experience the Atma. So this is so important for everybody to realize why classical music is so important. If we make this a movement and we explain our kids who are not here, the young generations, maybe they will find a reason why they should come and listen to classical music. That's so important for us. And you see, when you listen to classical music and when you get engrossed, do you remember who you are? Do you remember what your name is? Do you remember what you are doing? If you are engrossed in this music, you lose yourself, you lose your identity, and you submit, or you completely submit to something extremely pleasurable, that is the Atma and the Ananda. The Ananda is actually, you're already Ananda in your life. You just cover it up with all the garbage and the Ananda is not exposed. But it is so important to get Ananda. Ananda is the only thing, or get Ananda is a wrong term. That Ananda is pleasure. But this Ananda is to be with the Lord and experience the Lord. That is Ananda. So this Ananda will never go if you are engrossed and you don't lose your actual identity. So you always be with the Lord. Sri Ramakrishna said, Budi chhuye thako. What is the meaning? That is, be with Him. Everything you do, everything you think, be with Him. So, you lose your identity. You are in the lap of the Lord and He takes you everywhere. So it's so important to have the love. And then, why should you do? It's already done. When you were born, you were given a mother. When you grow up, you are given education. Food comes to you. You don't have to strive for food. People think, I have to strive for food. What is necessary for you is given. Everything in this world is given. So why you have to worry? See, the classical musicians they're drifting from the pure classical music. What is the reason? Because they are very scared. Oh my God, how will I earn? How will I get some money? But you think of one thing, all the big classical musicians, most of them who really pursued music to the, leaving everything aside, the sadhana, were they really, weren't they taken care of? They were all taken care of. Sri Ramakrishna lived a life without touching money. Because after all, what we do, why do we need money? For our own happiness. But if happiness comes to you, why you need money? That is the main reason we have to understand. Because the Lord takes care of you if you are with the Lord. If you are out of the Lord, then it's a problem. If you are always with the Lord, always with Bhagavan, or always with the Atma, He cannot leave you. When you were a child, didn't your mother give you food? Did you have to ask for the food from your mother? Tell me, ask yourselves. It is always given. Even if I don't know how to ask for food, mother gives food. So in our whole life, if we only think of this, actually, I would request you to practice this. And you see everything is taken care of by the Lord, not yourself. And it will be taken care of with a better, much more perfection and everything. It's just that, you expose your love and you mix with the entirety and entire love. So this is why I do this classical music. And I'm so happy you've come. I'm sure you know all this. I'm telling you something which you all know. But I'm just, mentioning it so that, it is more prevalent in this, the cause for this classical music. So I would request our most revered Swami Bimalatmananda ji, and he spent a whole life of sacrifice and service. We are so blessed that he has come today, and I would request him to open this music conference by lighting the lamps in front of our Ganesh ji and Ma Thakur and Shome ji and Ma Kali and Ma Saraswati here, and let everybody enjoy the love which we want to spread. Thank you. Thank you.